Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys? It is Friday night, cocktails and cards night, ladies. Hope you had a good week. I was in Kananaskis country. I was actually golfing at Kananaskis Golf Course on Mount Kidd and Mount Lorette. Had a heck of a couple days of swinging the golf club like crazy. Feel very lucky to have that in our backyard. It's not completely in my backyard anymore. If you're from Calgary, it definitely is in your backyard. It's like, I don't know, is it 50 minutes? Maybe maybe it's a bit longer. But yeah, I have to get down there. So basically through Cochrane and then across. So, but a pretty drive, of course, sort of through the foothills. It's not even quite, but you can see the mountains as you're driving. So that was a pretty nice couple beautiful days. Lovely company. Met a couple new people that I hadn't met before, actually from Calgary, down actually towards the area that my daughter is rowing at the reservoir. Cool gal that she is. Busy training up for the Henleys, which are in St. Catharines, I think it is, in just a couple weeks, 3 weeks. So being a farmer today, my name's Lori LaRose. I live in Alberta. I live on a farm, and I was busy getting some buttercup spraying machinery today, and the chemical to spray this weekend. It took longer than I thought it should, as well as I'm rural, so of course I have to take my own garbage to town, to the dump. So I did that too, and I'm exhausted. I go in, look how shiny my face is. I go into the egg center, I'm like, hi, and I have dirt all over my arms from battling in the ponds earlier today. But anyways, so yeah, I'm gonna make some cards today. Not some, one card. But welcome, Cheryl. How you doing, hon? How are you? You're a Saskatchewan girl, so you kind of know what I'm talking about. All right, I'm going to pop you down, and we'll start. If you are just joining, go ahead and grab a cocktail. If you're doing it on replay and it works for you, and it's 5 o'clock somewhere, always remember it's 5 o'clock somewhere, so you can grab yourself a drink while you're watching. Okay. I have to hide this because I mortified my friends who know that I just cleaned my desk and it is looking like hideous again. Oops. Oops is all I can say. I don't mean for it to be a mess. So, I really don't mean for it to be a mess. It just happens. It just happens. Listen to my voice. I don't know why I think that's allergies actually. Who knows? All right. So, worked with hamburgers lately, worked with my drinks lately, worked with a sailboat lately. Look at that. See, everything's right here. I wonder where the sailboat card is. Was that with you guys? I just know that I had fun making a sailboat, but I don't know when. Drinks are always fun. Oopsie. Cocktails, always a fun thing. I think I posted that a couple different times, which is why it's probably still sitting here. All right, have a cute little idea for a sweet little card. This might fit it. I'm going to work with the lovely, charming Day, and get rid of that, guys. So I'm going to work, I think I'll stamp this big guy. Let's see if he fits on there. And I was going to say, let's see if he's on there, but he's not because he's here. Now, let's see how big he is. I might need another piece of paper. What are you guys up to for the weekend? Are you busy? Ooh, it won't quite fit that way. Will it fit this way? You know what? It will just, might just barely fit there. I don't know what you guys are up to for the weekend, but I am up to more farming. Some gardening, some farming, etc. Okay, so I just need to get this on the white piece. Hi, Vicky. How are you? How are you feeling? Okay. Hopefully we'll press. So I apologize for my nails. They're chipping off, and I've been replacing them sort of lately, just like repainting. But I'd really like to. Now I'm down to like 3 left or something. I have a few more than that, but oh, phew. The woo was as I lifted up to sort of readjust. I felt the block move, I thought. And then, of course, I was like, wah! Okay, so this is the Charming Day. One of the new sets that you can get on the online exclusives. If you're having any trouble whatsoever, I'm going to color this one yellow today, I think. We'll make yellow roses. If you ever have trouble getting online and trying to figure out how you're ordering stuff, let me know. I will try my best to help you. There's a cool reward program with everything that you shop right now. So that's kind of fun. I've got Lemon Lolly. Daffodil Delight. Oh, there's another lemon lolly. I should have a light lemon lolly. What's this one? Light daffodil, dark lemon. This can't be light lemon. Dark daffodil. So I mix my greens and my yellows together with an odd red that shouldn't be in there. And so it should be pretty obvious. Oh, here's one. Okay. Woohoo! Lemon lolly. Oh, no, it's light daffodil as well. What the heck? This is why it would be nice to have a cleaner desk. Oh, here it is. All right, so drinking games. Sometimes people play drinking games, and that's a perfect example. If you are playing along, I totally had lost that. So quite a while ago, people started thinking, ha, can you imagine? Some people probably thought, gee, now they probably wish they could change it to, if we had a dime for every time Lori lost something. But they were doing, if we could drink every time Lori lost something. And now you're stuck with that. So you're totally welcome to have a drink. I suggest drinking with care, and also the caveat of drink responsibly. And also don't chug a lug. It's not like pong. What's it called? Pong ball? Ping pong? What is that? What is that game where they drink if the ping pong ball lands in the cup? Anyways, it's not that either. So don't chug all the way through. Do whatever you want, but have a sip. And then anytime you want. I sometimes even forget when I've lost things. One time I said, oh, that wasn't very much fun. I didn't lose very much stuff. And one of my girlfriends was like, are you kidding me? I finished a bottle of wine. I was like, you're just drinking for fun now. Yeah, so we went out golfing at Kananaskis, had a lovely couple days, stayed overnight at the Sundance Base Camp, about 7-8 minutes away, which is nice. It was a tent in this case, already set up, kind of a canvas tent, and had little lights, had a light inside, and they lent us it was so funny when I checked in, she's like, would you like to borrow a lantern? And my jaw nearly dropped to the floor because I was like, crap, I did not even think about a lantern. Nowadays we have our flashlights on our phones, no problem, but still, if you're camping. So we took out our own sleeping bags and our pillows, and then just like, so we literally arrived in the afternoon. We golfed. We had a lovely dinner. We had a potluck dinner with the people we were golfing with. And then I think I'll do, what green should I do with this? Oh, you know what I almost should do? So I've got a little layout for you for the weekend, for a challenge for you. And you're going to want 1 3/4 by 1 3/4 inches. And I think I'm working with, but maybe I'm not. Let me see. I think I probably am working with Summer Splash, and I could bring in the clover actually. Geez, that looks really gray from where dark where I am. I think I'll put that on Summer Splash. And I'm doing a 4 1/4 by, oh, that isn't Summer Splash. Yes, it is. Oh. I think that is Summer Splash. 4 1/4. I'm just going to double check that's 4 1/4. 4 1/4 by 11. And I'm going to score this at the 5.5. Beer pong. Thanks, Vicky. That's silly of me not to know what the heck it's called. So we scored at 5.5. I always suggest, you'll see me quite often if you ever watch my replays at all, which I'm over on YouTube now because Facebook supposedly gets rid of our lives every 30 days kind of thing. So if you're ever watching my replays, you'll see that often when I'm folding my cards if they're going this way, I just fold them with the bone folder, which I can't find my bone folder right now. Okay, you get to drink? Yes, you do. Good one. But I'll just fold it. But when you fold this way, you're kind of going against the grain or something like that, I think is what you'd call it. So it's good to give a little, not just burnish it, but to actually score it so it's nice and tight, nice and neat. I'm hoping, cross your fingers, that this is Summer Splash. Sorry. What's this one? I thought, so these are in colors right now. And I thought, well, if I'm using Summer Splash, I may as well bring in, let's see if these are them, hopefully. Okay, yes, you can drink again because things weren't put away. Shy Shamrock. I may as well go with the Shy Shamrock. And then I'm not sure that the Lemon Lolly is going to fit in here or not, but we'll give it a go. And I didn't actually, if I substitute out the yellow, we'll see. Anyways, I'm going to do Shy Shamrock leaves is all I'm really trying to say. So when I color with when I'm coloring, I will often start with the dark blend and then I bring in the light blend. But yeah, so we slept overnight in the little, it was not glamping. It was, they had like a vinyl floor, like vinyl, like a sheet of vinyl, that's what, straight over the ground. And so we had a floor in our tent, but not, like it wasn't wood or whatever. And some platforms to put our beds on with a slight little, spit it out, Lori. Go ahead. Anytime you want to talk properly, that would be good. I'm really blanking on what I'm trying to say. Anyways, they were nice tents. There was nothing wrong with it. Had it been rainy, we'd have been dry. Do you know what I mean? Totally dry. We didn't have to set up the tent. We were there. Then we were up at like 5:30 to go back out onto the course at 7 o'clock for like 6:15. We were back out on the course and then away. So it was a pretty quick overnight situation. So it was fine with what we had, but it was nice visiting the night before. And it was really nice. I was just sailing the ball some of the times, most of the time, not always though. But that's okay because that's the way I play golf. I don't keep score actually, in case you're ever thinking, oh, I'd love to come and play with you. I'll give the caveat that so long as you don't mind that it's my game and I don't really care, I kick the ball into the center. Although I will say quite a few of they must have wide fairways because just about all of my shots landed right smack in the middle of the fairway. Some of them because they didn't go very far, and several of them because they just were beautiful. Sailed one right into some water. It actually hit a rock. Boing, boing. That was like crazy. It was crazy. But hi, Anne. So does anybody else golf other than me? Because I would recommend, as an Albertan, you get a little bit of a discount. Although if you go to Kananaskis, you do have to pay for a provincial park. And I always say that if it goes to the provincial park, I'm totally happy to pay for that. Somebody said that they saw a bear on the course. A couple weeks ago, there was a big grizzly on the course. I would not want that. That reminds me of when my husband and I went to Sedwana Bay and is that right? Yes. I just trying to see what that looked like if I did that. Let's see. Do you know what? You totally can chug-a-lug-a-lug-a-lug-a-lug. I kind of been looking for my scissors for a few days now. And I haven't found them. And I have a second set, and I don't know where they are either. And really sad news, in case you're like ever watching me and thinking, oh, I found them, I think. Woohoo! Yay! If you're ever thinking, those look so snifty. Those look so nifty. Those snips are so nifty. They are no longer available, actually. Stampin' Up! Heard very last minute, kind of, that they were no longer going to be able to supply. Their supplier was no longer making them. And they ran like wildfire. They were gone. Like, they went into low inventory that afternoon and they were gone that evening, kind of thing. So, They're probably some people, somebody must have them to be able to give. I don't know. I know they were, I think they were something that we could sell at fairs and stuff kind of thing. So they might have gone in a basic kits, like a get started kit, these and some dimensionals and some adhesive. I might have done something like that at one time. Probably a little bone folder. And then, so just a nice little starter kit. So maybe people were bought them for that, or maybe they bought them to be able to sell them if they got new customers. I'm not sure, but I have none to sell to you. So if you happen to see these, just be like, oh. So they are looking to source a new set, because we are definitely paper snippers. That being said, this set I won on a wheel. I told you guys this the other day. I earned the incentive trip down to Disney World this year, and I worked at it the year before to earn it. I must caveat to say that as a demonstrator, only less than 1% of demonstrators earn it. There's some nearly 50,000 demonstrators, not quite anymore, but 50,000 demonstrators around the globe, and only about 400 work towards to get this, to get the reward of an incentive trip. That being said, so we spin a wheel, and this was one that I won, and I have yet to buy the dies. I won the stamp set, but not the dies. So, all right, so I am going to, and again, I am working with, and I have lost it, so you can have a drink if you want. If you're just coming in, you're like, what are you talking about all this drinking? Some of the girls say they play drinking games. Oh, and this stamp set's currently unavailable. Thanks, Vicky. Okay, but I have it. Haha. That's one advantage to earning the trip, I guess. I do like the dies, but I don't mind fussy cutting a little bit. So I think there's one single beautiful rose that would be really nice to have. And then I think there's some sort of little sketchy thing that also, I think Stampin' Up! Is just brilliant in the way that they have always, spit it out, keep talking, Lori, keep going, you just about had it. Their die sets always have something intricate. There's always a little something extra, i.e. this die. There's a smaller sailboat as well, and a larger, and then there's a die that actually cuts out the shape. So it looks, so this is a shape, and these are like dies, kind of. Does that make sense, sort of? And like even with this cup, somewhere I should have, there's a thing that makes the cup look like a fancy glass, kind of. And I don't know if I have that stamp set. Anyways, always, Stampin' Up! Always has a little extra in their die situation, and it's always kind of nice. Okay, so what I did was cut 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. I wasn't sure if it was 1 by 1 or 2 by 2, but I kind of like the 1 3/4 by 1 3/4 for the look. And I'm using the in color paper actually from last year. So the pattern, if you're buying the paper this year, will be slightly different, but it's nice because they have a couple different patterns times 2, because there's 2 sides to everything. And in this case, the pattern is directional. So I'm going to do one way and one the other way. I'm going to put them in opposite corners, and likewise for that background. And then this is the back side of that, and that's the back side of that. So I'm going to do this. And then I think I want this flower to be like the main top one. And I will put this guy in here like this. And I'm suggesting to you that you just kind of crisscross things this way and that way. Layer them down. Just lay them across your card, and then add in, excuse me, and I will put this on some dimensionals, because I do think even through the computer you can see the height when I do that. And you could have a drink if you wanted to. I don't know if I haven't finished that, what I was telling you. The girls that watch me quite regularly were like, Lori loses stuff all the time. It'd be fun to play a drinking game. And that's why you'll hear me say, I've lost it, you can drink. All right, so then, oh, that is really pretty. And then a little word. And look at this lovely strip I have right here. Does it have words on it yet? No, but it's going to be perfect. Can't wait to see you again. I love it. Can't wait to see you again soon. Such nice words. I think I used that the other day. I did. All right, where are they there? Wait. So we're in the midst of traveling around the world this summer. We're doing a virtual creative tour. That is not what that says. That's not the one. What does that say? Where is this one from? You make every must be day. Every day a little better, a little brighter. Does anybody know where that one belongs? How's that for a question? And if you are curious, please touch base with me. You can join from anywhere in the world because we might be going right past your place and you can catch up with us. No, I'm teasing. Because you're shopping your own stash and using your own product, you totally can join us because it's intellectual product, not, I don't think that's the right word. It's intellectual property. That's what it's called. Myself and Keisha are putting together really fun prompts. Oh man, you guys can just be drinking and drinking. I can't find those words that I really would like to use. Where the heck did I put them? Dun, 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 dun. It's $50 a month. The recordings of the last 2 weeks are still there. A couple of the girls are just getting warmed up as well with you, so you're never too late. There is a plethora of prompts, inspired by the destination prompts for you to be crafting as you want. Oh my goodness. Okay, I am looking while I'm talking, just so you know, like looking quite hard actually. I might need to put a different word on there. That's too bad because this would have been, I love the shape. Lots of times it's the shape that I like. This could definitely be a happy birthday. But yeah, so I guess I could put this on here just longer than that thing, but not quite. It would make sense to be on here. I'm going to do it. Okay, so I need this to be, I think, should I do it in Summer Splash or Shy Shamrock, I wonder? You know, I'm not really waiting for you guys to tell me because sometimes you don't speak up very much, you guys. But yeah, you should join us. The recorded stuff is through till October kind of thing. And so the couple cards that we've already made on Wednesdays, we get together on a Zoom and have a technique or a fun fold or such. Beautiful technique, a beautiful fun fold taught by Keisha last night, actually. No, Wednesday night. And I kind of squished that, but it would fit. It would work. Okay, I will just actually try that again. What I think, oh yes, I have. So I use a spoon. What it is that it's kind of bubbling a little tiny bit. So I take a flat spoon and I just push down the ink back into the pad a little tiny bit so that, especially for these fine stamps, like this is fine, you know, a little stamp, it just, not so much usually on the red rubber, but on photopolymer quite often it makes it a little bit weird. So let's see if this works better. I am so to the edges, like I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, maybe. But yes, and the idea isn't that you, wow, that's so much lighter, hey? The idea isn't that you get overwhelmed by all the stuff that there is to do. It's more, I actually believe it's a craftcation, I'm calling it. So there's all sorts of things to learn about the countries that we're visiting, the cities actually that we're visiting in different countries around the world. We're pretending we're in a total land of make-believe. And while you're going around your everyday chores or summer chores, whether you're gardening or running errands with kids or sitting at the campfire, you would be able to I will probably stamp that one more time. I have to tell you, I cut my U part. I'll show you where I cut a little bit narrow, but it has to be popped up. Just right here. I don't like that, but I can also add a bow maybe. So I think I'll put that across here. But yeah, it's just for you kind of to muse. So if you're thinking, oh, there was that sketch, I could do that. Yeah. Oh, and if you're just thinking and musing it, it makes it nice. I think we will. Now, I'm not positive whether or not this is last year's ribbon only or if it's still available. I could check on that. I feel like it went on sale when it was going out, but it definitely, the color is still in, so I don't know kind of why they would do that, but fun. So the green is quite there. I wonder if I should have added that as the other green. I'm just looking to see about the ribbon. Where is the ribbon? Ribbon, where are you? This is the new pattern papers, and they come in all of the colors, so super fun to do this idea. You could also do it with this pretty color. Oopsie. There it is, ribbon. Cloud cover. It really isn't in here anymore. Wow. Get out. I actually didn't really think it wasn't in here. Well, there you go. Okay, well, if you need a yard of some of this ribbon, ask me. I've got a couple yards of stuff and I can ship it out to you. I actually am supposed to be doing, I'm going to try this in the green as well, and then I'll let you guys go. I know it'll have not been very long, but everybody's kind of busy and probably thinking, I've got to get back out to the campfire, or I'm having a party, but I just snuck a peek, Lore, or I just only had a few minutes while I was having tea tomorrow on the replay. But okay, let's see if this darker green, this is the Shy Shamrock. If it looks a little nicer, it might, as a little contrast. I kind of think I might like that. This was a little bit too much blue in my mind. Hello, Keisha. Hi, Roz. I kind of feel like, I'll just put that there just for you to see. I feel like that's almost too much, especially that I did the leaves. Unless I was like Keisha, and you do have to check out her gorgeous toadstools today on her monochromatic blog hop. It's Can't Spell Crafter, all with K's like, and oh, it's stunning, Keisha. Your toadstools were just gorgeous. So if I was going to do a monochromatic, I should have colored that also in the Shaded Summer, and then everything. I technically went away from it because I added a pop of yellow, but I think I do like this green better. And then it's a matter of where do I want to put this little guy, this side or that side. But if I put it here, I don't even have to redo that words. So 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. You can either have 6 different papers, or you can do the back sides of papers or whatever. 1 3/4 square, 6 of them laid out with a little something something and a sentiment, and that is your card challenge for the weekend. If you are making one, we'd all love to see it. I have a Facebook group, Creativity for Everyone. Oh, Keisha, you should totally, it was sensational. So Wednesday night, Keisha had a card sort of laying off to the side, sort of like this, you know what I mean? And we could see the toadstools, but then she fussy cut them out and she just nailed it. She put some, I'll say greenery, except it was beigery in behind it. And it was stunning. It was really stunning, honey. Stunning, honey. Anyways, so Creativity for Everyone, stamping style. Pop over there and post your card over the weekend with this little layout. And we would all love to see it. And it's a very warm and welcoming site. If you post a card there, you will get lots of little comments and happiness and likes and stuff. So yay you. All right. And you just post it straight in as a comment, or no, as a post kind of thing. All right. I will see you guys back here Monday night, live at 8. It'll be great. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will talk with you again soon. See you later. Bye.